Sometimes, the strongest connections aren't shouted from rooftops. They're expressed quietly, in ways that most people overlook. Emotional attachment, especially from a man, often manifests not in grand gestures or dramatic declarations, but through subtle, consistent behaviors that reveal genuine care. Understanding these signs is crucial because they tell you more about his feelings than words ever could. Many people miss them because society often emphasizes overt expressions of interest, text messages, flowers, or verbal confessions, while ignoring the quiet, meaningful ways someone shows they care. Yet, it's these understated actions that often signal the deepest level of emotional investment. When a man is emotionally attached, he doesn't just like your presence. He values your emotional world, your thoughts, and your well-being. He pays attention to the small things, the way your mood shifts, details you mention casually, or how you react in different situations. These observations aren't incidental. They show he's invested in understanding you on a deeper level. He listens, remembers, and acts in ways that prioritize your comfort and happiness without expecting acknowledgement or reward. Emotional attachment is silent but consistent. It's not about performing or impressing. It's about genuinely caring. Moreover, an emotionally attached man naturally integrates you into his life. He includes you in future plans, mirrors your energy and habits, and finds comfort simply being around you. These behaviors are quiet, yet they signal a strong desire to maintain connection and stability. He supports your goals, protects your reputation, and values your opinions because he sees you as an integral part of his life. Even when challenges arise, he remains calm, consistent, and emotionally present. When you distance yourself, he feels the shift because your presence matters to him. These responses are subtle yet powerful indicators of true attachment. Recognizing these signs allows you to see relationships more clearly. It helps you understand when someone's interest is genuine versus superficial, and it gives insight into emotional patterns that are often overlooked. You don't need loud proclamations or flashy gestures to confirm that someone cares. Emotional attachment is revealed through attentiveness, empathy, and thoughtful actions. By paying attention to these subtle behaviors, you can better understand how a man feels, how he prioritizes your happiness, and how deeply he values the connection you share. In this video, we'll explore 15 silent ways a man shows he's emotionally attached to you. These signs are drawn from psychological insights, real-life behavior, and subtle patterns that reveal genuine affection. Watching carefully, you may recognize these behaviors in someone close to you, or even understand past relationships in a new light. Emotional attachment isn't always obvious, but when present, it creates trust, intimacy, and a profound sense of connection that words alone cannot capture. This guide will help you identify the quiet gestures and consistent actions that reveal real, lasting emotional investment. 1. He notices small changes in your mood. When a man is emotionally attached to you, he becomes highly sensitive to even the tiniest shifts in your mood. He doesn't just notice when you're visibly upset or overly joyful. He picks up on subtle cues like a softer tone in your voice, a fleeting frown, or a momentary pause in your usual energy. These small indicators tell him something is different, and he instinctively pays attention because your emotional state matters to him. This awareness comes from genuine concern rather than obligation. He is attuned to your inner world and wants to understand how you're feeling without waiting for you to explicitly say it. He may respond in quiet ways, asking gently if you're okay, offering a comforting presence, or adjusting his own behavior to match your energy. Unlike someone who is casually interested, he doesn't ignore or dismiss these subtle signs. Instead, he interprets them as signals of your well-being and a chance to connect more deeply. Over time, this attentiveness strengthens trust and intimacy because you sense that he genuinely cares. It's a silent form of emotional communication, showing that he values your feelings even when no words are exchanged. This sensitivity is a hallmark of someone who is emotionally invested, revealing that your emotional state is important to him and that he is committed to understanding and supporting you in every mood. 2. He remembers details you mention casually. A man who is emotionally attached to you remembers even the small, seemingly insignificant things you share. These details might be a random story from your childhood, a passing comment about a favorite book or food, or a fleeting expression of your fears or dreams. He doesn't just hear your words, he absorbs them and stores them in his mind because they are meaningful to him. Bringing up these details later shows that he values what you say and that your experiences resonate with him. This behavior reflects deep emotional investment because it demonstrates that he sees you as more than just a presence in his life. He sees you as someone whose thoughts, feelings, and stories matter. Remembering casual details also allows him to support you in ways that feel personal and considerate, like anticipating your needs or reminding you of something important to you. Many people forget these minor points, but he holds on to them naturally, without effort. It's not about showing off memory skills. It's about connection. When someone recalls what you've casually mentioned, it reinforces the sense that your words and emotions are significant to him. This subtle behavior often builds trust and intimacy over time, revealing the depth of his attachment without him ever needing to explicitly state it. 3. He checks on you without needing a reason. One of the clearest signs of emotional attachment is when a man checks on you without any apparent reason. He reaches out simply to see how you're doing, to make sure you're safe, or to stay connected, even if there's no event or problem prompting him. These small gestures, like sending a casual message or calling to ask how your day went, reflect genuine care rather than obligation. He doesn't expect anything in return. His intention is simply to maintain emotional closeness. Checking on you without reason shows that you occupy his thoughts and that he values your well-being. It's a silent way of expressing interest and affection, building trust and reinforcing that he is consistently present in your life. This behavior also demonstrates emotional intelligence. He senses when a little attention or concern can make a difference, and he offers it naturally. A man who isn't emotionally attached typically reaches out only when convenient or for a specific purpose. In contrast, an emotionally attached man prioritizes connection over convenience. His subtle efforts to check on you quietly communicate that he is invested in your happiness and comfort, often leaving you feeling seen, supported, and valued without the need for dramatic gestures. 4. He listens more than he talks. A man who is emotionally attached prioritizes understanding you over expressing himself. He doesn't dominate conversations or constantly steer discussions toward his own experiences. Instead, he listens attentively, absorbing your words, tone, and even the emotions beneath them. His focus is on comprehending your perspective, validating your feelings, and responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Listening more than talking reflects emotional maturity and genuine care. It shows he values your thoughts and wants to connect deeply rather than superficially. Often, he remembers what you say and refers back to it later, proving that he was truly paying attention. Unlike casual acquaintances, he doesn't just hear you. He internalizes your words, reads between the lines, and interprets unspoken cues. This silent attentiveness builds trust because you feel safe sharing your emotions, knowing that he won't dismiss or overlook them. His presence becomes comforting, not just because he is there physically, but because he is fully mentally and emotionally engaged. Emotional attachment manifests quietly through this patience and focus, demonstrating that your voice matters more to him than impressing others or proving himself. 5. He makes time for you even on busy days. Time is one of the most valuable resources someone can offer, and a man who is emotionally attached makes a point of prioritizing you, even when life is hectic. He doesn't wait for perfect conditions or free days. Instead, he adjusts his schedule to create moments for connection. This could mean sending a thoughtful message, checking in briefly, or carving out time to meet you despite a packed calendar. It's not about grand gestures, it's about consistent effort. By making time for you, he shows that your presence is important and that maintaining the bond matters more than convenience or routine obligations. Even small gestures, like a quick call during lunch or a late-night text, signal that he is thinking of you and values your relationship. This consistent attention demonstrates commitment, reliability, and emotional investment. A man who isn't attached may treat time with you as optional or secondary. In contrast, an emotionally attached man integrates you into his life naturally, reflecting care, respect, and a desire for closeness, regardless of how busy he might be. 6. He stays calm during emotional moments. Emotional attachment is evident in the way a man responds to your highs and lows. When you're upset, frustrated, or overwhelmed, he remains calm and composed instead of reacting defensively or withdrawing. He provides a steady presence, allowing you to express yourself fully without judgment or criticism. This calmness reflects emotional intelligence, patience, and genuine care. Rather than trying to fix everything immediately, he listens, empathizes, and offers support in ways that make you feel safe and understood. His steadiness reassures you that your emotions are valid and that you can rely on him in vulnerable moments. This behavior contrasts sharply with those who are less attached, who may become impatient, dismissive, or emotionally volatile during such situations. By remaining calm, he communicates that your feelings matter to him, and he is invested in nurturing the emotional bond. Over time, this creates trust, security, and a sense of connection that is foundational in emotionally attached relationships. 7. He supports your goals without seeking credit. A man who is emotionally attached to you celebrates your ambitions quietly and sincerely. He doesn't need recognition or praise for helping you. His support is genuine and selfless. Whether it's offering advice, encouragement, or small practical help, he does so without making it about himself. This shows that your success and happiness matter more to him than his ego or appearance. He listens when you share dreams, validates your aspirations, and provides guidance if needed, but always respects your autonomy. He understands that true attachment isn't about control. It's about uplifting someone in meaningful ways. His encouragement often comes subtly, like reminding you of your strengths, celebrating your achievements privately, or creating opportunities that help you move forward. Over time, these small, quiet actions build trust and demonstrate emotional investment. Unlike casual acquaintances who may only support when convenient or publicly visible, an emotionally attached man prioritizes your goals authentically, showing through consistent behavior that he is committed to your growth and success. 8. He includes you naturally in future plans. When a man is emotionally attached, you gradually become a natural part of his future thinking. He talks about upcoming events, trips, or personal goals and subtly includes you in these scenarios. This isn't forced or dramatic. It feels seamless, as if your presence belongs there. Including you in his future demonstrates long-term emotional investment and a desire for continuity. He imagines experiences with you, whether it's attending a family gathering, planning a weekend trip, or sharing personal milestones. This behavior communicates that he values your companionship and sees you as a stable part of his life. Unlike someone with casual interest, who might avoid discussing the future or keep things ambiguous, an emotionally attached man integrates you naturally, making you feel secure and considered in his plans. Over time, this quiet inclusion becomes a strong signal of attachment, reflecting that you matter deeply to him beyond the present moment. 9. He mirrors your energy and habits. Mirroring is a subtle yet powerful sign of emotional attachment. When a man likes you deeply, he unconsciously begins to reflect your behaviors, energy, and even speech patterns. He may adopt your habits, pick up on phrases you often use, or adjust his energy to match yours, creating harmony and connection. This isn't mimicry. It's a subconscious expression of empathy and alignment. Mirroring shows that he is tuned into you, comfortable in your presence, and emotionally invested in maintaining synchronicity. It creates a sense of familiarity and understanding, making interactions feel smoother and more connected. People who aren't emotionally attached rarely exhibit these patterns consistently. In contrast, a man who mirrors you does so naturally, indicating that he values emotional closeness and feels a strong bond with your energy. This alignment often strengthens trust and intimacy, making the relationship feel balanced, reassuring, and deeply connected. 10. He protects your name when you're not present. A man who is emotionally attached to you doesn't just care about your well-being in front of you. He also safeguards your reputation when you're not around. If someone speaks negatively about you, he calmly and respectfully defends your character, corrects misconceptions, or simply refuses to participate in gossip. This protection isn't about control or appearing heroic. It's about loyalty and respect. He understands that how others perceive you matters, and he takes it upon himself to preserve your dignity. This behavior shows a deeper level of emotional investment because he is willing to stand up for you quietly, without needing recognition. It also signals that he sees you as important enough to defend, even when there's no immediate reward. Unlike someone who is casually interested or detached, an emotionally attached man prioritizes your integrity and safety, demonstrating that his care extends beyond moments of direct interaction. This subtle protection strengthens trust, showing that your bond matters in all spaces, seen or unseen. 11. He values your opinion deeply. When a man is emotionally attached, your perspective carries genuine weight in his life. He seeks your input on decisions, big or small, not just as a courtesy but because he trusts your judgment and respects your thinking. Your thoughts influence him, and he often considers them carefully before acting. This behavior goes beyond surface-level consultation. It reflects a sincere desire to incorporate your values and insights into his life. He may disagree sometimes, but he does so respectfully, showing that he values your voice rather than dismissing it. By prioritizing your opinion, he demonstrates that he sees you as an equal and essential part of his decision-making. A man who isn't attached tends to make choices independently and rarely seeks input. In contrast, an emotionally attached man makes space for your perspective consistently, reinforcing emotional intimacy, mutual respect, and the sense that your thoughts matter deeply to him. 12. He feels unsettled when you pull away. Emotional attachment is often most evident when distance or withdrawal occurs. When you pull back, be it through less communication, physical distance, or emotional reserve, a man who is genuinely attached feels it keenly. He may become more attentive, reflective, or concerned, not out of possessiveness but because the connection matters to him. Your absence creates a noticeable shift in his emotional state. He senses the gap and instinctively wants to understand or bridge it. This reaction reflects that your presence has significant emotional value in his life. Unlike someone indifferent, who remains unaffected or detached when you distance yourself, an emotionally attached man experiences subtle unrest because he is connected to your well-being and the bond you share. His response, often quiet and thoughtful, shows that he cares deeply and that your connection has a meaningful impact on his emotions, highlighting the depth of his attachment without the need for explicit declarations. 13. He finds comfort simply being near you. A man who is emotionally attached feels a natural sense of ease when he's around you. It doesn't require constant conversation, entertainment, or grand gestures. Your presence alone is enough to make him feel grounded in content. This comfort signals that he feels safe being himself without pretense or performance. He can relax, share silence, and enjoy simple moments, which is a hallmark of deep emotional attachment. Your energy has a calming effect on him, and he often seeks these moments of quiet connection when life feels stressful or overwhelming. Unlike casual acquaintances, who may need constant activity or stimulation to engage, he thrives in the genuine presence of your company. This comfort reflects mutual trust, acceptance, and the authentic bond that exists between you. Over time, these small, peaceful moments strengthen emotional intimacy, as you both feel understood and valued without the pressure of constant interaction. His contentment in your presence is subtle but powerful, revealing a profound level of attachment that doesn't rely on words or actions to be recognized. 14. He shows consistency instead of intensity. Emotional attachment is often demonstrated through steady, reliable behavior rather than dramatic or intense displays. A man who is truly attached doesn't rely on sporadic grand gestures to prove his feelings. He shows up consistently in small, meaningful ways. Whether it's checking in regularly, keeping promises, or maintaining steady communication, his actions are dependable and predictable. This consistency creates trust and reassurance because you know he's emotionally invested, even when life gets hectic. Intense bursts of attention may feel exciting, but they can be fleeting and unreliable. Consistency, on the other hand, signals commitment, maturity, and a genuine desire to maintain a stable connection. A man who isn't emotionally attached may fluctuate in his attention or affection, But a man who is emotionally invested prioritizes long-term presence over short-term excitement. His steady approach quietly communicates that his feelings are genuine, reliable, and enduring. 15. He prioritizes your happiness quietly. A man who is emotionally attached cares deeply about your happiness, often without making it obvious. He notices what makes you smile, understands what stresses you, and adjusts his behavior accordingly, all without expecting recognition or praise. This could mean small acts like accommodating your preferences, avoiding unnecessary conflict, or offering support in subtle ways that enhance your comfort and well-being. He doesn't need to announce his efforts. The focus is on your experience, not his acknowledgement. This quiet prioritization reflects selflessness, respect, and deep emotional investment. Unlike someone casually interested, who may seek attention or reward for their efforts, an emotionally attached man genuinely wants to see you content and fulfilled. His actions, though understated, communicate care, thoughtfulness, and a strong emotional bond that strengthens the relationship over time.